morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here to do your bonus read. You know, I often pick on the bonus read a time to talk about things, and this morning I went to check because obviously there is a point when you get to in your own work where people want to copy and make money from you. And I know the people who've been scamming me have been watching my videos because of some of the things they've been saying to people that are definitely something I've talked about. I've also heard that some of the scammers get quite aggressive when you tell them they're not who they're pretending to be. I have found on some of the social media platforms that although people scam and try to make money off you, it doesn't fit with their idea of what is the wrong thing to do. So very often I get people trying to sell things on my page, like other readings, fortune telling, offering to break spells, those sort of things. And whenever I've reported them, they say they don't break any regulations, so they don't ban them. So it's up to me to block and ban. Which means, of course, it just comes around again and again and again. And going back a couple of months ago, I actually found it so distressing that I was ready to pull the plug. And then I thought, why would I let these people bully me into moving away from what I love to do? And I thought the only way I can really do something is by making sure that the collective are really aware of checking out information. For example, on the last TikTok I did, there were beautiful people who actually put up it was a fake account on one of them. That is still pending. It's been pending for a couple of months. They still haven't taken it down. But the people who realized it was a fake account actually wrote on there in the comments, this is a fake account, which was amazing. Because I guess, number one, they're recognizing that it's not the right thing to do, which obviously most of us recognize that it's not right to make money out of other people. Do it yourself if you really want to. But the second thing I love about that is people are showing their own strengths by doing that, like not being afraid to stand up and say this isn't the right thing to do. It's more in the standing up and the standing for something for me that is so important. And when I started to see that, it sort of gave me, I guess, that little bit of a kickstart to realize that I can't do that either. I can't just stand down and let people do this. So now I've started doing it when I see it happening to other people. That is a sign of really supporting your community, really loving each other and saying we're not going to stand for this silly nonsense. My problem is that some of these accounts, like on Instagram and on TikTok, but mostly Instagram, have already got thousands of followers from me. So there is at least 1,000 people on those accounts or on my accounts that have followed a fake account. If somebody requests, I'll make a deal with you. If I'm going to at any time make a new page, if at any time I choose to change something about my page, I'm going to talk about it on here. So if you see someone ask you for a friend request on TikTok, Facebook, whatever it is, Instagram, then just rest assured it's not me. Just completely decide it's not me. The way they get away with it, they download my material, and then they actually completely duplicate the heading, but they'll miss certain letters in the wording, which means that people are sort of immediately thinking it's me. And I know people have paid for readings from these people. I hope they were good. When they've gone in. But you see, what happens is very often when they're doing those readings, they'll say things like, you've got a spell cast on you, you need to have it removed, that will cost you another $500. So the funny part was, I've got lots of family on those places. So when people wrote to them, my family, and I have hundreds of family, I'm not joking with you, I have at least 480 cousins listed on Ancestry. I have a huge amount of family. And a lot of them came back and said, well, we knew it wasn't you. But when we said it wasn't you, people said, it was you. And we know it wasn't. Or when we asked where you were, they said you were in places like Germany or Canada or whatever else. Nobody said you were in Australia. So maybe if you're unsure of whether the person is right or not, you could always ask the questions. Don't be scared to say, if you're Yvonne, tell me this or tell me that, and see what happens. But you won't get that, because I would never push people to have readings. And as long as I've been here, I just think it's really wrong to force people to have a reading. And if people ring me and ask me for a reading, I suggest always that they have come to me because they feel that they feel that connection to me. And that's what I want to know. So, you know, sometimes people don't need readings, and sometimes they need to hear they don't need a reading at the moment, especially if they're in an emotional state and they're wanting answers right there and then. That is not always the best time to get a reading. Because you're probably not going to hear what you want to hear at that point, and you're way too fragile to be able to hear that. So what I want to say to you is, if somebody offers you something and they say it's from me, check out the information that they've got on the page. Last time they only put one D in goddess, another time one S in Aussie, so that you can't reach the website from their headings. So there you go. Maybe click on the website. If it doesn't go anywhere, then it's not me. If you're unsure, email me. Okay, I've got that off my chest now. I'm just a little frantic that I've complained, thousands of people complained, and it's still sitting up there under review. So it has not been taken down. All right. Instagram was the most hideous of all, though, because everybody said that there was another account acting as me, and it just takes so long to have something done about it. So, all right, let's get into your reading. We've been shuffling the whole time, so it's definitely a well-shuffled deck, and it is the Jeu de Vivre Tarot. The Knight of Swords is here, so there is a truth coming towards you that seems to be quite urgent. Somebody's rushing in very, very quickly with this truth. It can often mean that, because this is a card of action, so it can often mean that you need to speak up to someone, or you need to open up to someone. But there is, with the Knight of Swords, an urgency. It's a very quick card. It could be about to happen. It could be that somebody's about to rush in and tell you something that you need to hear, but it also could be you rushing in to tell someone what they need to hear. All right, so we have the Eight of Wands, another card of speed. There it goes, fast action. Somebody coming in very, very quickly with a message of truth. The Ace of Swords is being held high there. This is somebody who wants to speak up, somebody who wants to tell a truth, make an apology, give an explanation. Sometimes it could be somebody wanting to offer you a job, for example, or offer you an opportunity, but they want to get in quick because they don't want to miss out on you. That's the energy coming through. All right, so we have the Six of Cups. So we have a message coming in very, very quickly from your past here. Possibly from a soulmate or somebody you identify with as being a close connection. The Six of Cups is very much the card of the past. It's about reminiscing, nostalgia, looking back at the past, really in a very good way, looking back at your childhood. Sometimes can sort of talk about childhood healing or healing energies from your childhood. But for me, this is saying that somebody is coming very quickly here in with some sort of communication, somebody from the past here. I like this, Nine of Pentacles coming through. So either you've let go of something or they've let go of something, because we have single energy here. So somebody may have walked away from something because they've let go of something. But I also feel for some of you here, it may be somebody who's let go of a beef or let go of a some sort of, they may have let go of an argument, for example, or let go of something that happened in the past. They're letting go here. They're letting go of something that's been holding the whole thing back. They've been finding it very difficult with the Five of Cups to move on from the past here. They want a brand new beginning with the Fool card. All right, let's just get right into this reading. You've got somebody coming in from your past. May not necessarily be a romance, or it may be somebody who just wants to leave the past behind. To me, this feels like they've been very disappointed in something that happened, and they're willing to let it go and start again. Somebody wants a brand new beginning here. So let's see why this is. Let's get some more information. All right, so we have the Death card coming through. The Death card talks of great change. It can be the energy of Scorpio, but it talks about great change. It talks about making differences, changing things. It may be something that you're doing deliberately. It may be something that you have just sort of fallen into. What does that mean? You can make change by moving house, but you may fall into that because somebody asked you to move, or the house is going on the market, or whatever. So whatever this is, there's great change coming through. Sometimes this can be at a very deep level within you. Sometimes it can be external changes, but some change is coming here. Oh, wow, big change. Okay, so we have a huge change coming here. So now what I have to do is work out, is this change a result of what's coming towards you, or is it something that has led this change towards you? When the Tower comes through, it says that this change is leading us to rebuild something better. I feel like for some of you, somebody here has made changes that have created a new energy. For example, say you have divorced or separated from someone, and somebody is waiting in the background and sees now that you're single and wants to come in and make amends. Or it could be like a family member didn't like your ex or your partner and they backed off for some reason, but now they know you're single, they want to come forward and reconnect. But something here, some sort of change here is creating a whole new way of living or being. I don't think this change is too uncomfortable. However, sometimes I get the feeling with the Tower that perhaps something is, maybe you've got somebody coming in here because they know you're separating and they need support, and maybe you haven't talked to them for a very long time. But I sort of feel somehow or another that something has happened here to make that, to get that sort of ball rolling. It's like something has come in very, very suddenly to do that. So let me just pull some more cards and we'll see. All right, so we have the Star card. That makes me feel like the time was right for something to happen, though. 3 major arcanas on the table. Oh, and 4 major arcanas on the table. I love it when I have these readings because I think this is something that for you, if this reading is resonating with you, it is something that the timing is right. You are ready for the next phase, but this change you've been through is about to start the ball rolling on something brand new here. And it may feel a little uncomfortable because with the Star and the Strength, that tells me you've gone through a lot of healing here through some sort of change that's happened. But I also feel that this change is also bringing around something that perhaps in the past you left behind. But it's like you have made huge changes now and you're sort of standing tall here. Beautiful energy. All right, so we have the Ace of Wands. Very, very nice. With the Queen of Swords and the 4 of Cups. There is a brand new beginning here, but I feel like somehow or another I have to go back to those changes with the Tower and the Death card and say you've instigated something here. You may have gone through a divorce or a separation. You've healed from that. You've moved on here. Maybe the person you're dealing with has gone through some sort of separation and divorce. Maybe they've gone through their healing. But somebody here is instigating a new beginning. This can, for me, represent some sort of divorce or separation. And the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is a card that talks about an offer being made that was not accepted. So I feel like here there was some sort of offer in the past that was not accepted. I feel like when it wasn't accepted, it may have put you on some sort of path of healing and building your own resources back up, which created a lot of change for you. You may be a very different person as a result of something that happened here in your past. But I feel like there's a brand new beginning coming. All right, so we have the Page of Swords. Wow, okay. The 2 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. There's the closing out of something for a new beginning. There is the ending of something. Something is being put to an end so you can move down a new pathway. Something is being opened up for you. We're going to clarify that. All right, so I have a message coming through, a very deliberate message, I want to say. Somebody coming through with the truth. They are really in a hurry here with the Eight of Wands, but that is about communication. Six of Cups tells me this communication is coming from your past, quite possibly from somebody who's single, who's let go of something here. I do feel with this Five of Cups that this person has been very disappointed with the way things turned out in the past. The Fool card tells me they're ready for a brand new beginning. And we do have the Ace of Pentacles here. So I feel like somebody is offering you a brand new beginning. Whatever this is, it's urgent. It's really urgent. It's like somebody is rushing in before you move, before you leave. They recognize. Now, I'm not sure if this is your person who's been through all of this. The Two of Coins. Somebody's made a decision to walk away from something in their past. So you may be dealing with somebody here who's separated from someone or divorced through someone. But that the Death card and the Tower, and I do have the High Priestess coming through here as well with the World card. A lot of major arcana. Something is closed off here. Something is definitely closed off. Somebody is going after their destiny here. And it's very urgent. It's like I want to get in before you move on or before you do something else. I need to close something out and pick something up. You could be dealing with a Leo, Sag or Aries here because the King of Wands jumped out, but it could be somebody who has those dominant in a placement that is making them really feel like they need to do something in a hurry, like that real passion. So they could like have Leo in their Venus, for example, which might make them really determined to do something. But Aries energy is just as fiery. And we do have the Tower here. So yeah, we've got Leo, Aries, Scorpio, Aquarius on the table. All right, so I pull 3 more cards and we'll get a clarity. All right, so I have the King of Wands coming out again with the Nine of Wands, 8 of Coins. Somebody doesn't want to do this. Something is putting somebody through some sort of energy of not wanting to repeat a pattern here. I want to say that with the Nine of Wands, but it has a slightly different energy for me. It's like somebody is prepared to pick up the other wand, which of course we do see in the Ace of Wands. It's like somebody wants to have a new beginning so they can put the past down. I feel like whoever this is, and quite possibly again a fire sign, is wanting now to put work into something that perhaps was offered in the past but not taken up with that Four of Cups. Definitely. A lot of energy around the last couple of days on people coming back in, so it'll be very interesting to see how this all pans out for people. All right. We have Star Brothers coming out again. Now, I had this card the other day, and I had a little bit of, energy. This is Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. I'm not going to read the book here because it does talk about ancestral patterning and current life traumas, past karma. And it does talk about trusting, having faith that things are going to work out for the right reason. But it's very much about having a lot of spiritual protection. So I feel like for some of you, if you are in either a twin flame situation or you have a soulmate that you weren't able to get onto the same page as, it's almost like you're being guided here and protected to come back into union. So I don't know, for some people I hear them say, oh, it's been 2 months, it's been a long time. I know I work with people, it's been years for. But there is a definite feeling here that you have strong spiritual connection, very strong spiritual protection in this particular union. All right, I will leave you with that. Thank you.